problem with being a kid today is you grow up too quickly. There's just not enough time. Well, for some kids, that is.
Where are we this time?
Horrible histories.
Wow.
Horrible histories.
Who would do that?
A smart, hungry caveman. Good idea.
Have any of you seen a girl about so tall, big, cartoony eyes? Oh, and you gotta go.
Gotta go. And where's Stitch? I can't find him anywhere. Wow. Socrates rocks.
Is that the Spanish Armada?
Horrible histories. Horrible histories. Horrible histories.
Well, Mo, what do you think about all this cool old stuff?
We're history.
Ow. Literally, Mo's room is disgusting, and she's mad at being grounded just why. And this is how Europe was in the Middle Ages, and she likes it so disgusting. Maybe that's why Dongle's rude to you anyway, adding this for no copyright, and me and Lily are going out with Priyanka, so bye. And that's not ice cream. That's what a wolf would enjoy anyway, going to the mall. Bye for real now.
From last night. Anything else?
Plus, you're grounded.
What? That's it. She's got no right to ground me. That's oppression. And nobody's gonna oppress me. Not my mom, not even you. I got rights. Like the right to live in filth if I want to. As President John F. Kennedy once said, ask not what your messy squalor of a room can do for you, but what you can do for that squalor.
Oh, so you think that you've got it tough, eh?
Yeah, my right to live in a mess is being violated.
You think that's oppression? Let's take a trip back to medieval England, where living in filth was the only option. And as for your personal rights, well, you'll see.
You know what? The only thing that stinks more than this manure is King John.
King John? Isn't he the one who gave Robin Hood all the trouble?
Yeah, him. Not very popular, especially with the peasants.
Yeah, that's true, Tom. You know what that rat of a king's done this time? What? He's passed a law that everyone has to change their name to Keith. What? And then he levied a tax against everyone named Keith. Furthermore, he's put a tax on pointy hats. So now my name's Keith? Yes. He can't do that. I just bought 2 pointy hats. I didn't do anything wrong. You don't need to do anything wrong, Keith. Peasants have no rights, or haven't you heard? Serve up!
Yikes! Watch it!
Sorry, different kind of serf. The serfs were peasants who lived and worked on land owned by the lords. As a result, they owned nothing and had very few rights, especially when it came to taxes. The lords collected taxes for the king, and the king placed taxes on anything and everything. He placed taxes on grain, and then on the ovens the serfs baked their grain in. Taxes were paid if a serf wanted to get married, and in some places, even if he wanted to cross a bridge. When the lord took a census, the serf had to pay a head tax just to prove he existed. And when he died, he was taxed for his burial. The king touched everything, taking a piece of all the serf's possessions. And that's why the word tax comes from the Latin word which means to touch or poke. And being the king, nobody got to poke him back.
Ugh, that's terrible. horrible. Why'd we get sent here to find out about our rights?
You'll see.
But we're in a dung heap.
Get used to it. This is England. The year is 1215, around the time when court jesters became popular. The first mousetraps are used, and everyone's in a dung heap.
It's not so bad. My room's been twice as dirty. Come on, Stitch, let's get out of here.
You get the feeling we're being followed?
Only by that large mass of unruly peasants named Keith with threatening pitchforks.
Should we try some fleeing for our lives?
That would be good.
Stop them! Stop them! They've got the Earl of Chester's manure!
Huh? What's so important about manure?
Manure was used as a fertilizer to help grow crops and food. And like everything else in the feudal system, it belongs to the Lord of the Manor. Or in this case, the Lord of the Manure. In the Middle Ages, all people were grouped by who their parents were and how much money they had. This is called the feudal system, and for poor people, it stunk worse than dung. The big cheese of the bunch was the king. Next came the clergy, those who prayed. They were followed by the knights. Knights get their land from the king and get to play Lord of the Manor. In return, they fight for the king when he needs them. Next on the totem pole are the merchants and craftsmen. This class is growing quickly. And slightly below that, we have the serfs. The serfs farmed the land to pay the rent. They were poor and extremely miserable. But that's the way it goes when the guy at the top rules by birthright, not by election.
So if the king is a bad guy...
So much for personal rights.
Stop them! They're taking the gold! Come back here!
You know what I really like about the Middle Ages, Stitch?
Now what?
This is the first place I've ever seen that's messier than my room.
And this is a good thing.
Of course. It means total freedom from room cleaning. And no more getting grounded either. I wonder what you do for fun around here.
Welcome to Fun Central, better known as the local Harvest Festival.
You've got to be kidding.
Sorry, kiddies. This is as fun gets in the Middle Ages.
Hey, Ma, look, a puppet show.
So Punch says, "Hey, Keith, let me be Bad King John and I'll walk all over you." And Judy says, "I don't think so." Then Punch goes, "You dare say no to me, peasant?" And Judy says, "And for this, I gave up a promising career as a marionette."
Even in their own puppet shows, the peasants are oppressed.
I can't believe there are kids our age sitting around watching a puppet show for fun.
Yeah, how could it get worse?
Well, we could be in school.
Why aren't you kids in school?
You had to go and open your mouth.
Here at the Vassal Academy, you young squires will learn riding, use of weapons, knightly arts, and 3 other important things. First, how to skewer a lady's handkerchief without skewering the lady. Second, how to fall from a horse without looking too silly. last but certainly not least, you will learn how to grovel shamelessly to the lord of the castle.
Whatever happened to the 3 R's? Reading, writing, and...
Recess.
Reading? Aside from a few monks who would have the time or the ability to read, we have more important things to do, like proving our valor. So, who's first?
Oh, I'll do it!
Hello. Wait a minute. You're a wench!
A what?
Not a what, a wench. A girl!
And your point would be?
Girls have no rights. Girls can't go to night school.
Well, how about going during the day?
They're not allowed.
If I waited for all the stuff girls are allowed to do in the Middle Ages, I'd be waiting until the next millennium. Watch this. Yeah! I'll show you what a wench can do.
Gotta go.
Yes, today's the joust we've all been waiting for. Sir Portnoy Pamela versus the Earl of Chester. The odds are on Sir Portnoy. Itchy. Wait, we seem to have a surprise entry. Oh my! It looks like the mad as a mad dog Earl of Chester's going to take on these knaves himself. Ooh, if you ask me, the 2 young upstarts are going to find their limbs tossed to the opposite ends of Cornwall.
What are we gonna do now?
Doesn't look too good, does it?
That's not very reassuring.
I'm not so sure about...
Duck!
It's a miracle. If I had known the knaves would win, I would have bet my best cow and 2 chickens. Ooh, the Earl's gonna be cranky. Zounds! My lord is not amused.
Neither are we. First of all, we're lucky we didn't get killed out there. And second of all...
Something smells really, really bad.
Ew. I think I figured out what it is.
How many more years until someone invents soap?
You know, for a guy who smelled so bad, he sure was sensitive. The dungeon sure is dank. I wish I had my nightlight.
Me too. Maybe this is why they call it the Dark Ages.
Mo, they were called dark because they didn't have education or good manners.
And you thought you wouldn't fit in.
This is injustice! We're stuck in the slammer for beating some earl at a game. The right to live in a mess isn't worth losing my freedom. What happened to our rights?
Patience, patience.
Hey, is that a rat?
Let's follow him. If anyone can get out of this hole, a rat can.
Ew! Talk about stinky!
Where's the nose clip?
Newsflash, I don't think we improved our situation. I vote we go back to the dungeon.
I'm with you. This is even a little too much for me. Where the heck are we?
That would be our sewer, Keith. New last week. We're very proud of it. We had a parade and a maypole dancing contest. I took second place.
Ugh. Good thing we had our vaccinations.
Yeah, I hear they have some pretty bad diseases here in the Middle Ages, like typhoid, diphtheria, measles, mumps, and rubella.
Not to mention smallpox, cholera, dysentery, and the ever-popular bubonic plague.
I wouldn't gloat about our misfortune. Especially since it's you two kids the Earl's soldiers are looking for.
Don't turn us in, please.
No point. Wouldn't get a reward. No! Peasants never get rewards. We get taxed, sure. The latest is our names. What's next? Sheep?
Stitch, quick! They've seen us. Let's hide out in those shacks over there.
Actually, Mo, around here, that's what they call a town.
And I thought Mo's room needed a cleanup.
In the Middle Ages, the town was a pretty new concept. Before the Crusades or Holy Wars, the people were spread out across the country, living off the land. There was nothing good to buy, just the same old stuff, century in, century out. But when the armies returned from the Crusades bearing great souvenirs and gifts, it was cause to rejoice.
My father went on a crusade and all I got was his lousy shirt.
Soon the Crusaders realized that if they sold the cool stuff they brought home, they'd make a profit. Thus, the merchant class was born. Smelling a chance to make a little profit of their own, craftsmen opened shops nearby and soon towns were on the map. Shops grouped together to make towns, and before you know it, you got mini-malls.
The Earl's Knights are still after us. Ew. You'd think I had the plague.
You know, the plague was rampant in the Middle Ages. No one was safe.
Great. This is your idea of a learning experience?
Hey, lady, maybe a little antibacterial soap to kill some germs?
Soap, Keith? Are you daft? Do you know what they put in that stuff? It'll make you blind. It's disgusting. And the tax. Oh.
Disgusting? Even I never thought soap was disgusting before.
Well, you never lived in the Middle Ages before. Here, soap was a far cry from 98% pure. Gee, not even 5% for that matter. Difficult thing to find. It was made with lye and ashes and animal fat. I said animal fat, not fat animals. The lye in the soap often burned the skin, leaving it red and chafed. But what good was soap anyway, since baths were few and far between?
So, how'd they wash before meals?
They didn't. Maybe that's why germs spread so quickly around here and so many people died young.
Quite correct, Stitch.
And those guys were the ones who spread the plague.
First of all, Stitch, it's not polite to point. And second, it's a myth about rats spreading the plague. Actually, it was the fleas on the rats that spread the plague.
No washing, filth, germs, and to think I thought these were the good things. This is as bad as it gets, right?
Well...
Guess what?
What?
I just heard that King John's put a big fat tax on death.
Yes, when you die, you owe him money.
Then I can't afford to die.
King John wants death, we'll give him death. Let's see if he can afford it.
We've got to stop him. We've got to limit his power.
We're entitled to some rights, mate.
Like dying.
And our own names. I hate the name, Keith.
We won't stop until we get them.
Now I get it. They didn't fight for the right to live in filth. The filth drove them to fight for their rights.
And now it sounds like they're gonna make a clean sweep of King John.
Even if we have to sacrifice all our lives to do it.
Maybe we should just lend him our vacuum cleaner.
King John, we have here a document filled with good ideas telling the people of England, especially you, King John, what they can and cannot do.
For instance?
King John will have limited power.
Yes, by us.
Hooray!
That's
Limited
it.
power,
Oh,
yes.
Now, wait a minute, King.
Quiet! It's our turn to speak. Now, King John, that's you, will put more rights into the hands of the people. That would be us.
Cool. Finally, equal rights for everyone.
It's too much freedom to give to everyone. I've got an idea. We won't put more rights into the hands of all the people, just our hands.
Hooray,
That's what we'll
yes.
do.
Then again, maybe not.
And no more throwing people in jail for no reason. People can tell their sides of the stories in front of a judge. And instead of King John deciding the outcome, a person's peers will decide.
Well, here it is, the big charter.
We can't call it the Big Charter. That sounds rather silly.
Got any better ideas?
Latin. Everything sounds smarter in Latin. I wonder how you could say the Big Charter in Latin.
Magna Carta. I bet he's gonna say Magna Carta. It was on my timeline at school.
I've got it. Rex Regis Nutrio.
No. The Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta. I won't sign it. I won't.
Well, then, Your Highness, if you don't sign, we the barons will organize our own government.
You couldn't organize a tea party.
Yes, that's true, but we can organize an execution!
In that case, I take death. No, not really. I'll sign.
Amazing. The Magna Carta was really the basis of our legal rights and freedom.
And it protected the people from unjust taxes.
Like the one on Porty Hats.
And especially the tax on soap bars. You know, I'm tired of living like this. Been there, done that.
Wait a second. What happened to all those important rights of yours? I thought you liked living in a squalor.
Well, Stitch, sometimes there are rights worth holding out for, and sometimes you just gotta clean up. Besides, at least now I can wear my pointy hat.